Oh my, okay. Working on the game there, I see, Clover. What's up, guys? Mairusu here. Welcome back to Sakura Gamer. If you guys haven't seen the first episode, definitely check that out. This game is so good. So we left off last time with our new gamer babe. We're gonna get into this and find out more about her. As usual, guys, definitely show your support by smashing the like button and telling me in the comment section down below if you want to see more, because without your support then this series will probably never progress. So definitely do so in the comment section and by smacking that like button. Alright, excuse me, is this a bad time? Nah. My eyes snap open wide. So do Clover's. Standing in the entrance of the kitchen with a coy little smirk on her face is our new tenant, the mysterious third girl. But she isn't that mysterious. I know her. Dang, what a coincidence. Okay, we've met before. How and where did they get up to no good? I don't know. That was quite the greeting. The new girl sits at the kitchen table with Clover and I, a coy smile on her face. We've already done the introductions. Her name is Sakura, but she prefers to go by our online handle, Seductress Suki. Well, isn't that a name? Suki coils a strand of dark hair around her finger. Why does she look so smug? Oh, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not in a relationship with Nekohime. I was just, teasing her a little. Don't worry your pretty little head about it. I wouldn't mind if you two were in a relationship. I have no problems with that, but I understand exactly what you mean. Suki licks her lips slowly. She reminds me of a mischievous fox. I frown. What about that explanation do you understand exactly? Well, if I had a cute housemate like you, I'd want to run my hands all over your body too. It's probably what you end up doing soon enough though, isn't it? Speaking of which, you were supposed to arrive at midday. Why are you here so early? I don't have much stuff to bring with me, that's all. Is that why there isn't a moving truck? What? You wanted some guys in a truck to see you engaged in a tender embrace of your friend? No, I do not want a group of strangers to see me in such a compromising position. One is more than enough. I do think it's suspicious you don't have more belongings though. You only brought one bag with you. That's because I'm a woman of mystery. I wonder, is she trying to run away from something? The law perhaps? My serial killer theory is starting to sound less and less crazy with every passing second. But Suki seems a little too bubbly for a murderer. She was like this the last time we met too. Come on, Nekohime. You're acting so cold, but I'm not a real stranger. We met only a few weeks ago, remember? How could I not? You know each other? Yes, it's like destiny. If you're destined to be a thorn in my side, then yes, you could say it was destiny in a sense. Boo, you're so mean, Nekohime. You don't have a right to talk to me like that. Not after you fed that skein of lies to your grandmother and made my life so difficult. But I couldn't help it. It was so funny. It wasn't very funny for me. Oh, come on, don't be so huffy. I'm sure at least it gave you an interesting story to tell. I grit my teeth together. Why you? Excuse me, you guys. You might have some shared history, but I'm totally lost here. What exactly are you talking about? So basically, Suki was a shrine maiden. She told her grandmother to put grains of rice in her computer, and that stuffed it up. And yeah, Nekohime had a real bad time. It's basically what happened. A few days pass and the new girl seems to be fitting in well. At least I think she is. I've been so busy with work I haven't really been able to check, but she hasn't tried to cram uncooked rice into any of our electrical appliances, so I think we're good. I'm keeping my eyes open just to make sure. The last thing I want is for my laptop to give up the ghost like her grandma's PC. I need that for work. As for Clover, she doesn't need to work right now. School's out for the summer, and it doesn't start up again until September, so she has an ample amount of time to lounge around the house playing video games. And in regards to Suki, well, I'm not really sure about her. She doesn't seem to have a job. She doesn't seem to have much stuff either. She hasn't gone back to her previous place of residence, that small shrine in Atsukusia, I guess, to pick up any of her possessions. I wonder. She's a shrine maiden in training. Shouldn't she be at her grandmother's shrine? Doing some training? I don't know how exactly shrine maidens train, But I've never seen any prospective shrine maidens training by lounging on my couch at all hours of the day, painting their fingernails and listening to pop music. There's a lot about shrine maidens I don't know. Maybe they're not as traditional as they used to be. Sukai certainly isn't. If she was, there's no way she'd make the sudden announcement one evening. And what would that announcement be, my girl? Let's find out. So I was thinking we should all make a video game. Alright. That sounds kind of cool. What kind of game do you want to make though, girl? RPG? Platformer? Strategy game? Horror game? I don't know. We'll find out. I beg your pardon? Wow. That's a great idea, Suki. Hey, isn't it just? But I have some doubts. I always have doubts. And my doubts have doubled after coming home from work, tired and exhausted, to find Clover and Suki getting all excited in the living room. What do you mean, let's make a game? Where did this come from? It's quite simple, really. Shouldn't she like the idea? She's always wanted to make a game with Clover. I think that's what they said in the first episode, didn't they? Something that Nekohime mentioned anyway. So she should be all excited about this, you know? Definitely. Is it now? I was talking to Clover and she said it was your childhood dream to work on a game together. Well, I guess so, but I shoot Clover a nasty glare. She takes a few steps backwards, smiling awkwardly. What else has she been telling this girl while I've been gone? Why start my childhood dreams? It's a free-for-all. Or the time my pet rabbit Mochi died, or the time I wet myself in elementary school, or my 3 sciences. Who cares about privacy anyway? We're living in the digital era now. Everything gets posted on the internet, and surveillance cameras keep track of our movements at all times. It's just like 1984, but without the rats, hopefully. I don't think either of us have the skills required to make a video game. Really? Clover said you know all sorts of complicated coding stuff. It's not that complicated, really. I haven't been keeping up to date with the basics. It must be outdated knowledge by now. Yeah, but you seem like a smart girl. I'm sure you can catch up. I don't have the time to catch up. Unlike you, I have a full-time job. Then quit. What? I stare at her. I can't just quit my job. How else can I pay for the house? It'll be fine. You're a freelancer. You can make your own hours. I'm fully booked for the week. Cancel your appointments. For how long? Indefinitely? Nah, we'll make a super quick game. It'll only take a couple of weeks, 3 at the most. I can't think of any video game that would take such a meager amount of time to make. Brushing up on my coding syntax alone would take. You're being too serious about this, Nekohime. I am. I don't like being told I'm too serious by a girl wearing a stupid pair of cat ear headphones. And I wear a cat ear jacket. We don't need to make anything complex. It'd be fine if we make a short, sweet, simple, narrative-focused game. Oh, you mean like a visual novel? Exactly. Those are super quick to churn out. They're popular too. We'll be rolling in the money. Yes, if everything goes according to plan, we'll be an unstoppable team. Like the wind. A tornado. A tsunami. Definitely. Suki jumps off the couch, her pigtails bounce. I'm so excited. I want to start sketching out character designs right now. Hold it. I grab hold of Suki's shoulder. I think I'm starting to get a headache. Do visual novels even count as games? What did you say? That's a dangerous can of worms to open. It's a controversial topic. People like to argue about it a lot online. People always argue online, but they argue about this a lot. And in my opinion, visual novels are games of a sort. You make choices. I'm like Suki and Clover right now, I am! The key word here is gameplay. Choices don't count. Especially not meaningless choices that only affect a few sentences or text at most. Just how lazy can you be? Is this Wing Cloud digging themselves right now? I swear this whole Sakura Gamer thing here is a complete poke at themselves, man. They are really hitting themselves now, aren't they? And they don't care. They seem proud of it right now. And since when were you the arbitrator of what counts as a game, Nekohime? Since I decided to learn C++ and Java code in actual video games, involving things like character stats, maps, and inventories. That's an outdated way of thinking. There's nothing wrong with cute character designs and branching narratives. But there's no flavor. Flavor? It's not interesting like making porridge and forgetting to add the sugar. Not everybody likes sugar as much as you do, Nekohime. They just don't know what they're missing out on. Anyway, Suki claps her hands together, signaling order. I guess times are changing. since they even let these so-called visual novels on the biggest online game distribution websites there is smoke. Totally not Steam, by the way. Maybe my opinion doesn't matter all that much. Nobody ever thinks my opinion matters. People are the worst. Okay, fine. If you two really want to make a game, sorry, visual novel, I make quotation marks with my fingers, then you could just leave me out of it. Ah, but it wouldn't be fun without you, Nekohime. It sounds like a pain, and I still have my job to worry about. But you don't like your job. Can't you afford to take a break just for a few weeks? Well, come on, Nekohime, please, please, please. Clover stares at me with her big, round eyes. This was our dream, wasn't it? It's been our dream ever since we were little. Now we can finally make it happen. You could do the coding and the writing, and I could do the music, and Suki here can do the art. You can draw? A little. I've posted a ton of images onto my Mixavie account. They seem to get a pretty positive reception. Well, I look between Suki and Clover. Suki's smiling, bouncing back and forth on the balls of her feet. Clover stares at me, her pursed lips forming the words, please. When I see them like this, I know I can't disappoint Suki. I don't want to let Clover down. I want to do this for my own sake. We can't let Clover down. She's our old-time bear, you know? I don't know why we'd say Suki when she kind of didn't like her. That's what the feeling I gathered was here. So yeah, can't disappoint Clover, sure. We're going all out with this Clover Bay, sure thing. Clover's my best friend. Not just that, she's my only friend. I've known Clover for 10 years, and in all this time, she's never let me down. Alright, fine, I'll do it. I knew you'd come to the right decision. Yay, Nekohime, I love you. So saying, the two girls embraced me in a warm, tight hug. God, what? Nah. Oh, you meow like a cat too? How cute. I don't meow. She meows even more if you rub her under the chin or pat her head. Oh, really? How interesting. Clover, no, don't give her any more mew. Nah. Later that evening, I find myself standing outside Clover's bedroom. Clover always barges into my room whenever she feels like it. She rarely knocks. She's not the knocking kind of person. She's walked in on me getting chased more times than I can count. By this point, I've almost gotten used to it. I push open the door and oh my, okay. Working on the game there, I see, Clover. But the angle right now is yeah. Clover's lying on her bed, her butt is angled towards the door and her hips are raised. Since her skirt is so short, I have a rather generous view of her behind. Her thighs are thick, they bulge over the top of her socks. For some reason she's wearing a pair of striped panties. Very, very flimsy striped panties. The fabric is so thin I'm not sure they can even be cold panties anymore. It seems like a miracle they even function as intended. Were these ever intended to function at all? I can see more of you than I would like. Oh, Nekohime, you're no fun. I take a seat beside Clover on the bed. The mattress sinks beneath my weight. I'll just change the subject. That's for the best. What are you looking at? Oh, this? Clover glances back at the screen of her laptop. The cold smile on her face doesn't flicker. I was doing some research, you know. Research? That's right, since we decided we were going to make a game. A visual novel isn't... Alright, we've been through this. Can we move on with our lives? If we must. Anyways, I was researching some of the most popular visual novels, and they start researching their own visual novels. How very vain! Sakura agent, by the way. I wanted to see what elements we should include to really sell ourselves, you know. And what did you discover? The data I got was pretty useful. You never guess, but apparently the most popular kind of visual novel is... Clover drums her fingernails against her keyboard. Is she trying to build some sort of suspense? The erratic kind! I have a lot of good visual novels I could lend you. I think we have very different definitions of the word good. Oh well, suit yourself. Clover smiles and sticks out her tongue. They might be a bit too rancy for you anyway. Just what sort of stuff are you even into? Nothing too outrageous. Anyway, thanks for the advice. No problem, it's always a pleasure discussing business with you, Nekohime. Well, wasn't that rather interesting? Everything they discussed was basically what the Sakura visual novels are like. So they're practically gonna be making a Sakura type visual novel in a Sakura visual novel. Poking themselves for sure. Anyway, guys, we're going to end it here. Like I said at the beginning, definitely smash the like button. Definitely tell me in the comment section down below if you want to see more of this game. But for now, guys, thank you for even watching today. And I'll see you in the next one.